Hey, how's it going? Rich from Elk Endeavors here. Hey, tonight I wanted to talk about the second key to success for affiliate marketing, which is how to be trustworthy and helpful as an affiliate marketer. So before I do that, I'd love for you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm really working to put out as much content as possible with quality content, obviously, and you would definitely help me out and help me get my message out to as many people if you help by subscribing, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing, and with that I'll get started. So the first thing that will help you, and these are things that as I was thinking about this today, I was thinking about how a lot of it may seem like when you think about how to build trust and how to build help or how to be helpful, it seems like common sense, right? But ultimately, it's not. You have to think about how other people may see things and other people may do things, and so these are things that I thought really hard about in terms of trying to figure out like what people need to hear that they might not think they need to hear, but ultimately, their things aren't common sense necessarily. So they might seem like common sense, but they're not. So I have my cheat sheet here. So the first one is don't peddle. Okay, and what I mean by that, peddle is an interesting word and that's where we talk about like salesmen and salesmanship. So salespeople and salesmanship, and looking at how people. Think about what people think about salespeople, and they think when they think negatively about them, they think of people that are peddling stuff, like peddling garbage, really, like a snake oil salesman or things like that. So what you want to do is make sure that you're not peddling just stuff, that you are a product of the product, you have the product, you've learned from the product, you've benefited from the product, and you can speak to what the product can do for someone else, right? And that's a really, really important piece, because a lot of affiliate marketing has to do with, and you can even see videos on how to like promote ClickBank products when you're not really, you don't really have them, right? You can go and write reviews for them, and all you have to do is read the literature on them. And if the companies put out good enough literature, then you can write a review, and then you can kind of make it your own, and then make money off of the product. But ultimately, you're not using the product. So my belief and what I would support you doing is to really own the product and know the product and be a product of the product. That's the key thing that I've learned, is that I'm a product of the 4% Success Challenge, and my life is completely changed because of it, and for that reason, it's my responsibility to get it out to you as my audience, to make sure that your lives can be changed for the better, like my life has. Because it's not fair, like for me, it wouldn't be fair for me to like keep it to myself when I know that other people can benefit from it. So the second thing is being sincere. And when I talk about sincerity, I want to think about how you come across as a marketer, right? As a promoter, as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur. And one of the things that I've talked about, several times now, is that I can't fake it. I just surpassed 150 videos uploaded on YouTube. And so by now, if I was faking it, you would have been able to sniff it out, right? Like you know my mannerisms, like how I talk, my voice inflection, and all that is because I'm sincere, right? This is me. You're not getting any different person than me. I act the same, when I'm inspired by something and when I'm speaking to other people, in face to face. This is me. This is what you get. And so when you're sincere, and you make mistakes, and you're like, I'm unscripted, like I have an outline here because that's important for me to be able to talk to you efficiently, which I'll talk about next. It's really important for me to be sincere and not be scripted. I don't like the idea of having a script. Like I don't foresee a part of my life where I'd have like a teleprompter above me and be looking at that and reading it and trying to talk to you. So sincerity, you can feel it in my writing, and you can see it and feel it in my videos, and that's a really important part of building trust and being helpful, right? All right, so then the next thing is being deliberate with your content, and this is what I was talking about with being efficient. So I am very deliberate with my content. I am very much of the opinion that well, I'm not. It's not an opinion. It's fact, right? I'm taking time out of my day, and I appreciate, like, if you follow me or give me a thumbs up, like, to me, that's like your responsibility. If I'm providing you value, I appreciate that, like a thumbs up, or because that helps me know that I'm doing well, and know that there's people that out there listening and benefiting from what I'm doing, right? So that's kind of your responsibility, but ultimately, like, it's my responsibility to make sure this content is really good, right? So there's a lot of metrics out there that talk about how, like, for a YouTube video to rank, you need to be like 8 to 14 minutes, right? And so you'll notice that, like, almost every video is between 8 and 14 minutes. And the reason for that is because I do want to rank, but it's also because I'm trying to make sure that I'm providing value in an efficient, like, 8 minutes isn't that much time, 12 minutes, 14 minutes, but then you're getting into 14 minutes. It's a chunk of time, right? That's a quarter of an hour that I'm asking you to spend with me. So I have to be extremely deliberate in the way that I produce, and the way that I come across, and the way that and what I'm telling you, right? Because, or what I'm trying to help you with. Because if I'm asking you to spend that time, that's my responsibility to make sure that it's worth your while, right? Otherwise, it's going to reflect on me in terms of, like, if you decide to ever watch me again. But also just the fact, even if you only ever watch me once, like, I want to make sure that you see that I'm doing my best to provide as much content and value as I possibly can. So you've got to be deliberate with your content. And then as far as being helpful, and this kind of, I'm trying to blend all these things together, right? But, like, when if you're struggling, I did a video, you can look at the little card across the top, and I'll send you the video about when you struggle. But if you're struggling to produce content, you're struggling to figure out how to, and this is where I kind of try to be helpful to those of you who are in affiliate marketing. Number one is that you can, write down your ideas as quickly as they happen, right? So I have my goal cards here that you've seen me work with, and then I have a blank. This is my blank card, right? This stays with me all the time, right? So I have my goal cards, and I have a blank card in those goal cards. They hang out with me right here, if you can see my pocket, along with a flash drive and my pen. And that's, like, if I have an idea, I write it down as soon as I have it. Like, I'll interrupt someone and be like, or I'll just, like, sit there and talk, but I'll be like, I have to write this down, because ultimately I will forget if I don't write it down. So that's number one. That's one way to be. One way to come up with content if you're struggling to come up with content. And this is not easy. When I think about, I'm like I said, I'm at 150 video uploads at this point. It's not easy to come up with content every single day. And this series that I came up with for today, or for this week, I should say, came to me over the weekend. And so I'm able to kind of, like, now I've got, like, the 5 days mapped out, which is really helpful. So I'm not, like, thinking, the night before, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to write, like, after work, and, and do that. And so that's a really important thing. And then, the other thing is that you can look at search tags. So when you go into YouTube is actually the second largest search engine in the world, and it will probably surpass Google. But ultimately, when people want to learn something, when they want to know something, they search YouTube, right? And so YouTube, just like Google, when you say, people also search for, you can write in AFF, and, like, affiliate marketing will automatically show up, right? Or you can, like, today, what was I looked up something today, didn't have to do with this, but I looked something up, and it came up immediately as, it was, I typed in 2 letters, and it came up right there. Oh, it was Don Cherry. There's a guy named Don Cherry. He's a hockey announcer, and he got fired because he made some racist remarks, and so good for Sportsnet. But I typed in Don Cherry because I wanted to see what he had said, and I think I got to DO. And it came up Don Cherry firing, or Don Cherry, like, racist remarks or whatever. I just was able to click on it, right? So my point is that you are able to, like, if you're looking for content and you type in affiliate marketing, you can type in and then see what other words come in, right? So it might be like how to, or like first step, or scaling, like whatever it is, if you're looking to figure out, okay, like I need something to talk about today, that's how a way that you can do it. So definitely the first thing is write down things that you think of, because that's where it's going to come from. And then finally, ask your clients for help. Okay, and this is one that I think is the most common sense one of them all, right? So asking your clients for help. Imagine, like, so you're thinking, like, I'm here and I'm an authority figure to those who don't know as much as I do about affiliate marketing, right? So there's certain people that I'm certainly not an authority figure to, and I learn from them. But then anybody that is coming in, like if someone was to come into the 4% Success Challenge and they're brand new, like they started, what's today, November 12th, right? If they started yesterday, I am an authority figure to them, because I've been doing it for 9 months and I've got 150 videos out, and like I know what I'm talking about to a degree that I'm sort of an expert to that person. I'm not an expert in affiliate marketing, but I know more than the person that's starting today or yesterday. And so when you think about your clients, like your email list or your pretty much like your email list or your followers on Facebook or whatever, you can ask them for help. And it's not just like surveys. Like don't just like think of it as like, oh, well, I got a survey from them and I'm using the data. Like really, like say, listen, I need help with this particular thing. Like what do you think I might do? And that kind of like brings you down a little bit on their level to think like, hey, they're asking me like what I want as a customer, or what I think would be a really good way to do it. And I think it's a really helpful way to like kind of reach your client base, because you're bridging that gap, right? You're not the person that's on video. You're the person that's asking for help from them. And so that's a really important way. And I think it's an important way to think of your clients as people that can help you help them, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm really excited to be doing this this week. Like I said, please let me know if you like what I'm doing. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment, let me know, and then also subscribe to my channel. I definitely want to see more subscribers, and the more subscribers I have, the better off I am in terms of being able to help other people. So thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow night. Have a great day.